The A's continue their hot streak. Winners of 7 of their last 8. The green and gold are playing some good baseball, scoring runs, selling on defense, and their starters and bullpen have been outstanding. After a series win versus Boston, the Athletics welcome their second set of Sox on this homestand, the White Sox. The Southsiders currently sit atop the AL Central standings, also playing some red-hot baseball as of late, in a recent stretch that includes an 11-game winning streak. It's a weekend set of baseball at the Coliseum. A's, White Sox, next. Well, we can tell you, folks, Kurt Suzuki behind that mask has a smile on his face for good reason. We'll tell you why in just a matter of moments. He and the Athletics behind Trevor Cahill, well, they're going to go after a very hot Chicago White Sox team. In fact, both teams playing good baseball. It's the first of a 3-game series. The Oakland A's hosting the Chicago White Sox. It's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Ray Fosse. I'm Glenn Kuiper. It was an off day yesterday for the Athletics, but I guess the front office was busy at work. A major investment in the future. Kurt Suzuki, a brand new long-term contract today.
Anytime you can sign a catcher to a long-term contract, especially someone like Kurt Suzuki, you're going to jump at it. You look what he has done in his young season. It's his 4th year, actually 3rd full season. He came up in 2007, but he can do it all, whether it's a batting average, hitting home runs, driving in key runs. What he can do behind the plate is spectacular, handling a pitching staff. He throws exceptionally well. He blocks home plate. There's not one thing this young man athletically cannot do in a game of baseball. So very deserving for Kurt Suzuki to get the long-term contract. Walk-off home runs, walk-off hits, you name it, he can do it. And anytime that happens, you want to make sure you can lock him up to a long-term contract. And fortunately, the A's and Kurt were able to come to that agreement.
Suzuki, 26 years old, so really right in the prime of his career. So we are indeed happy that Kurt Suzuki will remain an Oakland Athletic. Now, tonight's opponent, the Chicago White Sox, pretty good offensive team and a couple veterans in the middle lineup having big years, Konerko and Rios.
Well, Konerko, the home run ball, at least 20 home runs before the All-Star break again. Of course, great power, opposite field, very good first baseman. He is a veteran on this ball club. Remember, he had a chance to go someplace else. He decided to sign. And speaking of coming from another ball club, that is Alex Rios. Last year, the White Sox traded for him, picked up a very, very expensive contract. But he, like Konerko, is producing, so it looked like it's a pretty good contract and acquisition by the White Sox as well.
Those two guys have combined for 37 home runs. They will hit 3 and 4 in that White Sox lineup. Another special thing going on at the ballpark tonight. It's Dog Day. Bring your dog, sit in the stands, and you're going to have a good time. So we'll have some fun with that as well. Lineups and first pitch in just a moment.
you by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh with Corona and Lime.
Athletics take the field behind Kurt Suzuki, the owner of a brand new 4-year contract with the Athletics. And again, congratulations to Kurt. He's one of our favorites. Very good player. Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open daily. 66 degrees on Dog Day at the ballpark. It's a very nice night. And we're looking forward to a good weekend of baseball against two teams that are playing well, the White Sox and the Athletics.
How does a White Rabbit go with a Dog Day?
That's a very good question. White Rabbit, Dog Day, and the pitcher is 22 years old, and this is his theme song.
Beautiful.
You figure it all out, and let us know how that happened.
He's a 9-game winner. Let him do anything he wants.
Let's take a look at the White Sox lineup tonight. Starts with Juan Pierre, the speedy one in left field. Omar Vizquel at third. Alex Rios in center. Paul Konerko at first. Carlos Quinn back in the lineup. He's in right. Marcotte is your DH. A.J. Brzezinski, the catcher. Alexi Ramirez will play short. Gordon Beckham at second. Defensively for the Athletics, Rosales in left. Crisp in center. Carson in right. Kuzmanov, Pennington, Ellis Barton third to first. Suzuki the catcher. Cahill the pitcher.
Hey, starting pitcher stats brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. And there they are, folks. 17 start tonight for Trevor Cahill. 101 and 2/3 innings. So you can see that pitching deeper into ball games. Only 11 home runs allowed. Suzuki last year faced the White Sox in his Major League debut. His season 3 times, no decisions. Looking for his first win against the White Sox.
First pitch of the game is a little bit low, so we're underway. And a nice night at the ballpark. Juan Pierre, 255 with no homers, 18 runs batted in. The story with him, of course, is the speed at the top of the lineup.
And you'll see him doing that. Bunt hits, infield hits, and as we see Ichiro Suzuki 6 times actually, 3 in Seattle, 3 here. And infield always shortens up, even with nobody on base. Third baseman in front of the bag, as he has tremendous speed.
There's the good fastball, catches the inside corner. 1-2 to Pierre. He'll be followed by Vizquel and Rios. Pierre coming to the White Sox in the offseason, and he's done a nice job. Spent some time with the Dodgers, had a big contract. Bounces this one to Kuzmanov. Fields throws quickly, and they get Pierre for the first out of the game.
Check out our keys to the game brought to you by Toyota for the second set of Sox this homestand. And the A's got the Red Sox trying to do the same to the Payos, the White Sox. Day off, bullpen rested. They needed it. Burley career. Don't even want to think about it. 0-6, 495 at the Coliseum. Mark Burley has had some strange games here, and kind of hope it continues tonight. It's an anniversary sort for him, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Perfect game anniversary 1 year ago today for Burley.
And in the house tonight, we have 2 pitchers. Dallas Braden, Mark Burley, 2 lefties, perfect games. Within a year of themselves, each other. This guy's been unbelievable. Omar Vizquel, they took Luis Aparicio's number out of mothballs and gave it to Venezuelan Omar Vizquel. He's wearing number 13, but how about that list of perfect games? 2 in the house, Dallas Braden and Mark Burley. Of course, Roy Halladay this year.
So Omar Vizquel with the 1-out single.
Batting in the third position.
See, Burley, 09, and of course Dallas Braden this year along with Halladay. That is a short list when you're talking about Major League Baseball history.
6 lefties, or 5 lefties on the right side of that list. And of course, Burley and Braden both left-handed pitchers.
Not only the perfect game, but Mark Burley has a second no-hitter on his resume. So a pair of no-hitters for him, one of them the perfect game.
And no doubt Dallas Braden wants to get in the salary category of Mark Buehrle so he can reward his teammates the way Buehrle did.
Yeah.
And Dallas did a very nice job with his teammates, and of course his salary, if he would have done what Buehrle did, he would have got a check for a couple of years.
Yep.
It's all good. Mark Buehrle, very quick worker, and you see that tonight in Buehrle. And Trevor Cahill, he's around the plate normally, 3-0 to Rios, but looking for a ground ball. Try to get a double play.
Fastball right down the middle to Rios. 3-1. Vizquel at first with the single. And the dangerous Paul Konerko in the on-deck circle. Pitch is bounced to Kuzminov. Another tough hop. He handles it. And Margelis turns the double play. Not an easy double play, but the A's took care of it. 5-4-3, and that'll do it for the White Sox in the top of the first. Dog Day section, way out in left center field. So Coco Crisp will lead things off. Switch hitter, batting right-handed, and the first pitch from Buehrle. And Crisp hits it sharply, but at the second baseman, Gordon Beckham. And one pitch, one out for Buehrle. Rest of the White Sox lineup, or rest of the A's lineup, excuse me. Crisp, Barton, Suzuki, Kuzminov, Cusk, Rosales, Ellis, Carson, and Pennington. White Sox look like this defensively. Pierre Rios quick in the outfield. Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, Konerko on the infield. A.J. Brzezinski is the catcher. And 31-year-old left-hander Mark Buehrle is the pitcher. Seems like Burley's been around for 20 years.
He's a left-hander. He probably will be. And you'll say that.
Seems like he's been around for 30 years. Derek Barton, 278 with 5 home runs and 32 runs batted in. Barton was 4 for 10 in that series against the Red Sox. Continues to lead the American League in walks, 59 now on the season. Bouncer right back to Buehrle, hit it off the end of the bat, and that's out number 2.
Well, Mark Buehrle making the start tonight with 321 in his career, 20th this year. Coliseum 0-6. He's very well aware of that. but he works quickly. And a lot of times with the right-handers, he'll start pitches in, the fastball cutter, or then go change up away. A very, very smart, crafty pitcher, especially to be able to work the way he does with not an overpowering fastball.
Jay Brzezinski and Todd Tishner chatting. Not quite sure what they were chatting about, but it was somewhat animated. Hand gestures being used. Who knows what that could be all about? One and one to Kurt Suzuki.
That is a tough pitch.
Yeah, and if Burley gets that, it's going to help him big time. Right on the outside corner, not throwing hard. You see just 85 miles an hour.
I say it often, this type of pitcher, you have to think opposite field if you're a right-handed hitter. You do not want to try to pull him. He'll live out there. You try to pull him, you get a lot of ground balls on the left side.
It is. Bouncer to Ramirez. Flips to first, and 3 ground ball outs for Mark Burley in the bottom of the first. On to the second. No score. A's White Sox. By Avoderm, ultra premium dog food and treats.
Ultramo tonight.
What are you laughing
We got Ultramo tonight. We got dogs spraying around the warning track in Ultramo.
Dogs just having a good time.
Oh, wow.
Number 14.
There's some what's tonight, too.
Oh, boy.
I think we should show everything that happens.
You know what's great, too? Sometimes dogs just make you laugh. They do funny stuff, and it makes you laugh. Konerko swings at the first pitch. Get after it, Larry.
Dog and fries. That's good, Tommy. Tommy Edson, that's why he's the award winner, boy. Give me a award. How many has he got now? Probably doesn't have a room big enough for all his empties.
32.
Wow. That's why he's the best. This guy's pretty good, too, Paul Konerko.
He sure is.
He'll start a season, 20 home runs the first half, which he is strong enough to do it. Still no doubt when he had a chance to test the free agent market. Of course, Kurt Suzuki, assuming everything goes as planned, he will bypass 1 year free agency at least. But Well, Konerko had a chance, decided to stay with Chicago, and got a world championship.
And got a 5-year contract, and this is the last year of that contract, so he will be a free agent at the age of, well, right now, he's 34. Kuzmanov's been busy early on, spins around, and throws out Paul Konerko.
When you have as much movement on the fastball that Trevor Cahill has, he had 3-1 to Rios, 3-1 to Konerko. Threw a sinking fastball. And last inning, Kuz started a 5-4-3 double play. This time he handles the ground ball by himself and gets Konerko. And I think from Kurt Suzuki and Trevor Cahill, start, get ahead. Don't take it to 3-1 all the time. How about that? Since June the 15th, 44 innings, not walked the leadoff batter.
Well, he's 8-1 over his last 11 starts, so it all kind of goes together. He's been terrific all season long. And Cahill coming into the start tonight, just 75 hits allowed in 101 innings. That's exceptional. I mean, most of the time, guys, maybe a hit per inning, sometimes more. I mean, look at Mark Buehrle, 138 hits allowed in 118 innings. And Burley's very good. Cahill's just been tough to hit this year. Fastball just a little high. 3-0 to Carlos Quentin. There's that opponent's average, so that goes right to the 75 hits in 101 innings. Just 206, second best in the American League. A 4-pitch walk to Carlos Quentin. Bloomberg graphic for tonight. Strikeouts per 9 innings. Last year is white. This year is the light blue. So he is significantly higher this year. And really, remember last year, for a good part of the year, not the same amount of walks as strikeouts, but stuff better this year from Cahill, and it helps to have really 3 pitches to work with like he has now. Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. If you're a fantasy player, track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details.
Kotsay's corner still around. People, Mark's been gone a few years. They still have him in somewhere stuck away.
Quentin takes off, swing and a miss, throw to second base, not in time. Quentin steals a base.
A hit run, but a tough pitch for Kurt Suzuki to try to throw out Quentin. He got a good jump, but with Kotsay swinging and missing, a pitch down and in. Finnegan did a good job taking the low throw, but Quentin was already in. He jammed himself, his leg or knee into the bag.
It's his second stolen base this year for Quentin. But a runner in scoring position, 1-2 the count to Kotsay, the designated hitter. Goes after a pitch that was down in the strike zone. He grounds out to Ellis. Quentin to third. Seventh season in Chicago for Ozzie Guillen. He's got a World Series ring, and that's the most important thing. Some people love him, other people don't care for him so much. But he just speaks his mind. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, he gets, I'd say, the ultimate player's manager, because he just lets you play. And Joey Cora, his bench coach, does an outstanding job. Teammates with the White Sox for many years. I guess some guys, if you can't play for them, you can't play for anybody.
Well, I think he looks at his guys and says, look, I'm not that much older than you are. You're grown men. You know how to handle it. I don't think he nitpicks on the guys. He leaves them alone.
Kenny Williams, general manager, the two never knew what was going to happen, but as it turned out, they started winning, and all is good.
3-0 to A.J. Brzezinski, hitting .235 with 6 home runs and 26 runs batted in.
They have to be a little concerned. That's the third batter, 3-0. Concerned about somebody swinging 3-0. Because they're getting a pretty good straight fastball. They just open it up.
Swing and a miss on a 3-1 fastball. It's now full count to Brzezinski. Lexi Ramirez on deck.
There goes fastball again. And looked like it's one of those, if you throw it a strike, that's good. If you walk and don't worry about it. You get the right hand in the on-deck circle. Brzezinski, a good clutch hitter. Go breaking ball in, go change up, float it away, or two-seamer running inside. That.
Kuzminov into foul territory. Coach's box. He's got it. Side retired. The White Sox strand quitting at third. Bottom of the second coming up. No score. Bottom of the second. No score. Kuzminov, Custon, Rosales. Burley got 3 ground ball outs in the first. First pitch is low. 9 home runs and 49 runs batted in for Kuzminov. He's been an RBI machine as of late. In the hole, Ramirez has a good arm, straightens up, flips this one across, and he gets Kuzminov. For 1 out. This date in history is brought to you by Cabot Wood Stains. We talked about it last year on this date, July 23rd. That was the 18th perfect game in Major League history and the second no-hitter of his career, and he did it against the Rays. And that's the same team that Ellis Braden threw his perfect game against. Dwayne Wise, who made the terrific play in center field, part of that game.
And it was a shortstop, Ramirez, who made the final play, and it's Cliff Pennington. A shortstop did the same.
Cust grips one to left center field, and that'll be into the gap. Bounces off the wall, and Juan Pierre gets it back in. And Jack Cust with a 1-out double.
Jack Cust, who was not in the original starting lineup. R.J. Davis was there, hamstring injury, so Jack Cust in as DH with Rosales in the outfield. Jumps on a first pitch fastball. Let's go and Jack. You know, the way Jack's swinging the bat right now, he can hit lefties, righties, doesn't matter. And Ultra Mo, check it out. You know, Adam Roden, I'm sure Adam's taking these shots on Ultra Mo. And the player's going to come in and think Adam's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
He is.
Of course he is. We know that.
Burley
just adds to it with the Ultra Mo.
grabs the Rosales grounder, and Cust stays at second.
Adams probably trying to figure out how he can get it himself. Get the ultra mode for the guys.
Batting seven.
Right now, he's just basking in the glory of him not knowing that he is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Adam Roden,
video coordinator. He is the man.
Here's Ellis, and slider in first strike. Ellis hitting .282, couple of home runs, 24 runs batted in. And he lines that one down the left field line, and it's just foul. Couple feet.
Hooking too much, and that's how close he is. We're actually having another double and a 1-0 lead.
So Ellis behind in the count 0-2. Pop up on the infield. Konerko coming down. Fair territory. He's got it. Side retired. A's get a hit, and they leave a runner. We're headed to the third at the Coliseum. No score. A's and White Sox.
Anytime 7:05 after the game, walk down onto the field and enjoy. Post-game fireworks show brought to you by Chevron. Theme for this show is the Beatles. Tickets are on sale now. Visit OaklandAthletics.com. And we have to remind you again, fireworks night was originally Saturday, the 7th, but was rescheduled for Friday because Saturday's game is now a day game. So mark that on your calendar. Come out Friday night for the fireworks, and forward to the Texas Rangers coming into town. The A's go to Texas Arlington next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on to Chicago next weekend. Take on these same White Sox. Haven't seen them for 95 games. Going to see them 6 in the next 9. That's a swing.
1-2 to Alexi Ramirez. He'll be followed by Gordon Beckham and Juan Pierre. 8-9-1 for the Sox. The shot, and Cahill reaches up and he grabs it. 1 out.
Well, we have seen Trevor because he is a ground ball pitcher. Obviously, that was a line drive, but the way he follows through, he finishes, he's ready to field, and he does with the ball right back at his head. But he ducks down, puts up his glove, takes a base hit away from Ramirez. Some reflexes there. You should have good reflexes. You're only 22, right?
5 years from now, he may not make that play.
Wow. They're told 3/4 of a second. Ball came back at him.
1-1 to Gordon Beckham, young second baseman.
He has been hot. Struggled at the beginning of the season. He has been hot. Of course, moved positions. Hanging curveball, and when you're hot, you're going to hit the hangers. You're going to get them first of all, and you're going to hit them.
Beckham now has 14 hits in his last 23 at bats.
Third base last year, Martin acquired from the Kansas City Royals, so they moved Beckham over to second base, and he's handled it very well. And not able to play, so Vizquel at third. So Beckham played shortstop most of his young career, college, etc. Now playing second base.
Kuzmanov in on the grass. Etienne with broken finger, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get him by early August, I guess is what they're hoping.
They call him Wally Pitt, the way Omar Vizquel's playing.
Mark Ellis has it. Spins to second for one. Back to first. Not quite in time.
Well, it's going to be tough to double up Pierre. Oh, it wasn't hit that crisply. It almost turned it anyway with a nice feed from Mark Ellis and a very strong throw. Cliff Pennington, and of course, ideally, you try to keep Pierre off the bases because of his ability to steal. Pennington did, and almost accomplished the double play. Let's see if there's a little cat and mouse, a little few pitch outs. I think Pierre is going to be running sometime in the at-bat by Vizquel.
Very close. Pierre gets back.
Well, there's the strong throw, and there's the jump, and just barely. Of course, that's great technique by Pierre, hitting the front of the bag. When you're running, hit the front part of the bag.
Vizquel takes a strike. Vizquel had a base hit in the first inning. He was erased on a 5-4-3 double play. 35 steals for Pierre. Now, Pierre has been thrown out 12 times, so the percentage is not necessarily that good. But he does have 35.
The thing that helps him with Vizquel, the switch hitter, of course, hitting from the left side, blocks the catcher Kurt Suzuki a little bit. It's Ultimo barely getting back in. Quick tag by Derek Barton, which he always does. And
Pierre not running, and it's rolled foul by Vizquel. 0-2.
Hey, just go after the hitter. Very nice sequence in the way Trevor Cahill threw to first base and then came back, set position, quick pitched Vizquel the first strike he took, then came back and Vizquel swung. So now he's quickly 0-2.
Pierre not going, and the pitch is inside. In his career, Juan Pierre has 494 stolen bases. It's the most among active players. Slap foul by Vizquel.
Cahill must be doing an excellent job because Pierre, green line at first. I figure that he would have run by now. It's four pitches, 4 opportunities. He is yet to move.
I think the good moves by Cahill maybe slowing Pierre down just a bit. he's safe, but it's pretty close.
And he was going on the last pitch. He had started to second and had to quickly get back.
Not running here. It's rolled foul. Pascal, if nothing else, is making Trevor Cahill work. Toward Kuzminov. He's got it. Flips it across. Side retired. Runner stranded after a base hit. And we are headed to the bottom of the third. It'll be Carson, Pennington, and Crisp.
Where it is Dog Day today at the Coliseum, and I am joined by Jim Heim, who is president of Central Garden and Pet. And Jim, you have been a part of this event for years past. Why was it so important for you and Aviderm to get behind an event like this and partner up with the A's?
Well, obviously, it's a great time to bring your family out to the ballpark, and a lot of people, in fact, nearly 40% of all Americans have a dog in their household, so it's a great time to bring your dog, bring your family, and have a great night watching the A's win.
And you have a record 600 dogs on hand tonight, and I know you have many other communities involved today and other organizations. Can you tell me about those organizations and why they chose to be here tonight?
The A's, right from the top to the bottom, and Aviderm Dog Food get together every year, and the A's Foundation matches the donations given to Dogs for Diabetics, which is a Bay Area charity that manages service dogs for diabetics. So we've raised $15,000 here tonight, so it's quite a great event for a local charity.
Certainly a great cause, and I know the A's like you here because the A's are a perfect 4-0 when it's Dog Day. So any predictions on this
Absolutely.
game?
The A's will be 5-0 on Dog Day after tonight. They will win. They don't lose on Dog Day.
All right, Glenn, you heard it right here. The A's are going to win tonight. Take it away.
All right, Jim, we wrote it down. Kate, we wrote it down. So you guys are...
Better go talk to the A's.
I just wrote a W down. It's over.
Well, Texas
Talk to the White Sox, too, I guess. Indeed, that game is a final heck of a ball game. Texas won, the Angels nothing final. Wilson over Saunders, Feliz the save. And the only run in that game was a solo home run by Michael Young in the very first inning. And then C.J. Wilson, no runs, 4 hits through 8 innings. So Texas wins again. They won last night 3-2. Tonight 1-0 over the Angels. So the Rangers continue to roll. Pennington to left field where Juan Pierre has it. So with that win, Texas is now 57-40. They've won 7 out of their last 9. And that lead over the Angels is now 7 in the AL West.
The A's is 7.5 back.
How about that? Angels did make a trade yesterday. Alberto Callaspo, who we just saw in Kansas City, the Royals switch hitting third baseman. That is who the Angels acquired yesterday. He was in their lineup tonight. Did not make any difference. So Alberto Callaspo is now the third baseman for the Angels.
You saw it said A's 7.5 starting play today. The A's were off last night while the Rangers were winning, so that's updated. So the A's have a chance to pick that half game up if they do win tonight. Pick it back up anyway.
The Angels and the Rangers, obviously 2 more games, and then in this series they will also play next weekend a 3-game series in Anaheim. Three and 1 to the leadoff man, Coco Crisp. A little grounded out to second in the first inning.
Trading deadline is a week from tomorrow.
Crisp with a 2-out hit. Yeah, I think you're going to start seeing things heat up the next couple days. There's already big rumors surrounding Dan Haren, and not just ones you've been hearing about, but the last 4 or 5 hours. Something's going on with Dan Haren. A lot of talk about Roy Oswalt.
Why does it always revolve around pitching? Because it is the year of the pitcher, but of course the White Sox trying to get a big bat. They've already got some big bats, but talking about a power bat to put in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, the White Sox will tell you that it's very specific too. They need a left-handed hitting bat. They've been
named Prince Fielder.
And Adam Dunn. So they've been hooked with those guys. Whether they pull off a deal, I don't know. Be careful with Bertha. He's got a terrific move.
Well, he has a great move, but he has 2 balks, and coincidentally, both those called by the same guy, the same game, and an injection.
Joe West.
Joe West.
West got him.
Joe West got him. He just 9 pickoffs this season, and definitely lefty, and an excellent move.
He got 2 in his last start against the Twins.
Yes. The game I'm referring to is against Cleveland. At Cleveland, whenever Ozzie and Mark Burley got ejected for 2 balks that were called by Cowboy Joe that probably were not balks.
Well, unless he was doing something different than he's been doing for his 10 years in the big leagues, well, then it's not a balk.
Exactly.
I mean, there comes a point if you don't call it for 9 years.
That's right.
Well, unless he was doing something significantly different that day than he has been the rest of his career. Drive to left, but Juan Pierre is there, and he's got it. Side retired. 2-out hit for Coco Crisp, but he is stranded. On to the 4th inning. No score. pitchers have the most wins for their current managers?
Well, guess what? I think we know who one is. Now we have to figure the other, right? You think by showing Mark Burley, that would be one?
The only thing that would really give it away is if we now showed Ozzie Guillen. So 2-0 the count to Alex Rios. It's the heart of the order for the White Sox. Rios, Konerko, and Carlos Quentin. Rios having the kind of year that the White Sox were desperately hoping for when they made an interesting trade last year where Blue Jays just basically said, here you go. You can have him.
You claim him, you got him.
And the reason is he has a huge contract. And it was Blue Jays were having trouble finding a trade partner that would take the contract, and the White Sox finally said, well, if we don't have to give up anything, we'll do it. And he's having a terrific year for the White Sox, and he's going to have a leadoff double here in the 4th inning. So Rios with double number 21 to go along with his 16 home runs.
Hanging breaking ball on the 2-2 pitch. But he might have struggled a little bit last year, especially when he joined the White Sox, but much different player this year. So Kenny Williams making that deal. It actually was a changeup, not a slider, or a breaking ball. The changeup that stayed away, stayed up, and a chance for Kuz as the ball shot past him.
3rd hit for the White Sox. But this one, a dangerous one. It's a leadoff double. So here's Konerko. Ellis cheating over a little bit to try to keep Rios close. That one runs a bit inside to Konerko, who bounced out to 3rd his first at bat. Outside corner strike.
Well, Konerko not thinking about moving the runner 3rd base, although Tommy Cam shows that one right on the black on the corner. He had pitched it. It's a mistake, but he's a powerful hitter, usually a pull hitter. So there's certain parts of the batting order you don't see guys sacrificing or worrying about advancing a runner to 3rd base with less than 2 outs. In this case, no outs, trying to get him there with just 1 out.
Yeah, I don't think Konerko or Quentin, gentlemen in the on-deck circle, are thinking about shooting one to the right side.
Short out open the home run he hit to right field. He has the power to hit home runs in all parts of the field.
3-1 now, so Cahill has to be careful. His bounce to the right side. So Konerko will get the job done, although he was probably looking for an RBI.
The A's take on Josh Hamilton and the Rangers Sunday, August the 8th. Game time's 105. 7,500 kids will get an A's Kids backpack courtesy of Washington Hospital. Tickets go to OaklandAthletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. Any dog might get dog pack. With a whole bunch of Allen-Durham products. Ground ball pitcher, infield comes in. It's Quentin, who's a power hitter, 19 home runs.
Quentin walked and stole a base in the 2nd inning. He was stranded. First pitch, a breaking ball that spins outside. Quentin has 64 RBIs. into right field. Carson slipped, and now he gets up, and he's going to go back, and he's going to make the catch, but it's going to be deep enough as Rios trots in to score. Carson's first step going back, he fell down. Luckily, he was able to get up. So it's an RBI for Quinton, and here in the 4th inning, the White Sox take a 1-0 lead.
Well, whether or not Konerko was trying by moving the runner over to third base does net the White Sox a run. To the warning track with the power of, well, there's a slip. Nice recovery by Matt Carson. Let's get the second out.
So Marcotte hits. So a double, ground ball to get the runner to third, and a sacrifice fly. So pretty good baseball being played by the White Sox here in the 4th inning. White Sox are 8th in the American League in runs scored, 4th in home runs, 2nd in stolen bases. Juan Pierre has a lot to do with that. Although I remember reading about the White Sox after last season, and they said we'd like to get a little younger and a little faster. Last year with Jermaine Dye and some of the older players who were just power hitters. Mark Ellis, it's the big hop, side retired, but a run for the Chicago White Sox. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's Chicago 1 and the A's nothing. Which two active pitchers have the most wins for their current managers? Mark Buehrle, Ozzie Guillen, and Chris Carpenter for Tony La Russa. I think my partner knew that one, but he wanted to give our viewers a chance to get out their baseball record books. Check it out. Dribbler out in front. Brzezinski throws the mask, and he throws to first. And Kurt Suzuki's retired. So Buehrle's at it again. He has not struck anybody out. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ground ball outs.
Yep. Absolutely.
Out of 10 outs recorded so far. He does not do anything fancy, folks, but he throws strikes. If ever there was a guy you'd say, hey, throw strikes, change speeds, move it in and out, I would say Buehrle sits right in that category.
7 games played in less than 2 hours. So the 2:37 average time.
Well, his time between pitches is about 10 seconds.
It's supposed to be 12. nobody on base. You're supposed to get the ball and throw within 12 seconds.
Hit hard behind the bag at third. Vizquel flips it across. Kuzmanov's out.
Now, this Sunday, July the 25th, that's day after tomorrow, the A's host the Chicago White Sox. Game time's 1:05. 15,000 fans that day will get a Brett Anderson jersey. Brought to you by Pepsi. For tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. Good to see Brett Anderson throwing today. Is actually in the bullpen, inside session. Actually, Ben Sheets, Brett Anderson, Dallas Braden, all through sides today. So we'll see who's going to decide who's going to pitch on Sunday. There's a decision to be made, perhaps by the end of tonight's game. Maybe we'll have it in the post game as to who that pitcher will be. And if it's Brett Anderson, that would be perfect for him. Brett Anderson jersey giveaway, and he's making the start. But if he does not, that means maybe they figure he needs another rehab, which would not be a bad idea.
I'd still want a Brett Anderson jersey, though, on Sunday. I mean, I hope he pitches, but if he doesn't, I still want a jersey.
Well, and people would be lined up to get one anyway.
Jersey. I saw it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And of course, the A's have an off day on Monday. They'll be back in action on Tuesday.
You know, I think all the giveaways, but you're looking at jerseys where people can probably wear them.
Exactly.
Name of the player, of course, on the back, the number, and the A's athletics on the front.
So 3-up, 2-down inning for Mark Buehrle, and he gets his first strikeout as he gets cussed to end the bottom of the fourth. Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. Daniela from Berkeley asks, is Ben Sheets really as funny in person as he is on TV? Ray? I know the answer, but I'm going to let you take it.
Yes.
Yes, he is. That one's drilled to right, hit pretty well. Carson back, and he's going to have just enough room in front of the wall. And Krasinski's out. Yes, he is, though. He's funny pretty much all the time, and we like having him.
What kind of dog is that? A Schnauzer?
Shih Tzu?
Shih Tzu.
Oh, man. He is funny. Yes, he is.
I think Ben can keep anybody loose.
He's the perfect guy. Sorry. Aerosmith with the concert next door, so he's got a little bit of that going.
Brett Anderson going, I came back for this.
Why? But seriously, though, you need a guy like Ben Sheets when you got a losing streak going.
Yeah.
You need him when a winning streak's going as well.
We saw him in Kansas City when they had the Kiss Cam. which was not a good sight.
A little haircut, it looks like. Did he get tightened up by Rajai?
I think we saw him in Kansas City, and then before his last start here against the Red Sox, he did it himself and then had Rajai finish it.
Good breaking ball, 2-2. Now, Ben Sheets is going to have a good time all the time, but he takes care of his teammates. He's a good veteran. Pennington on the run. He gets Alexei Ramirez for the second out. So that'll bring up Gordon Beckham.
Number 15, Gordon Beckham.
So both Cahill and Burley have been sharp in the early going. Here's Beckham, who's singled in the third. Man, he is smoking hot right now, Gordon Beckham. 14 hits in his last 23 at-bats.
Talking to Gordon Beckham, of course, saw him last year. Great season, first year with the White Sox. And he was struggling. He said, I guess I really just want to see how low I could go and what it would be like.
He did. And now he's coming back.
And that's a credit to him to be a young player, to struggle, and to put it all together in that last season. 270, 1463 in his rookie season.
In just 103 games, he put up those numbers. But the thing about it, Ray, is he played in, let's see, 38, 48, 59 minor league games. That's it. He was a first-round draft pick in 2008. So very little time in the minor leagues, but it doesn't look like he needed it. Pennington throws him out, and that's a very nice inning for Trevor Cahill. Ben Sheets keeping it loose in the dugout. The White Sox holding on to a 1-0 lead. Ultramode. So Mark Burley back to work. He'll face Rosales, Ellis, and Matt Carson. And that's probably a good idea by Adam Rosales, because Burley just gets in the groove. He gets it, throws it, gets it, throws it. Rosales trying to slow things down a little bit.
Adam said he faced him when Rosales was with Cincinnati. Spring league play, faced him in spring training, so somewhat familiar with him.
One and two.
plays for the White Sox, Chicago, and the other was raised in Chicago.
Hit hard on the ground, but Vizquel. That's a nice play by Omar Vizquel. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. In-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. Go deep with Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 over on our sister station. It's Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Baseball recaps. Of course, talk about the Kurt Suzuki contract, a 4-year extension today. And John Miller, Giants announcer, will go into the Hall of Fame this weekend. So congratulations to John. Mark Ellis on the first pitch, grounds out, and that's 2 outs. "49 pitches for Mark Burley, and we are in the 5th inning. Wow.
Now batting, right fielder, number 25, Matt Carson.
In a big game nourishment for the starting pitcher, Trevor Cahill.
See, we're not the only ones who like a little in-game nourishment. First pitch to Carson is outside. Carson grounded to short in the 3rd inning. It's a fly ball to right field. Hit pretty well, but room for Carlos Quinton near the warning track. He's got it, and that's a 7-pitch inning for Mark Burley. He's retired 7 in a row. Creek's Cash Fortune with $500 in cash every hour from 2 p.m. until midnight. Visit cashcreek.com for details. Doug Day at the ballpark. He's having a good time. Right now it's a pitcher's duel between Trevor Cahill and Mark Burley. White Sox with a 1-0 lead, top of the 6th inning already, and it's Pierre, Vizquel, and Rios. So top of the White Sox order. Pierre grounded out in the 1st, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Just missed inside with a fastball. 6 in a row retired by Cahill since Rios' leadoff double in the 4th inning. One of those hitters retired was a sacrifice fly that knocked in the run.
On a ground ball out between the two pitchers, 21 total.
3-1 pitch, just a bit high. So the speedy Pierre is aboard with a leadoff walk. Well, visit the A's page on CSNCalifornia.com to vote in tonight's poll. You make the call. Who will win the AL Central?
Vizquel.
It is indeed a 3-team race right now. White Sox with a 2-game lead over Detroit and also a 2-game lead over Minnesota. But the Twins lost their game tonight 3-2 in Baltimore.
I showed earlier about Trevor Cahill not walked the leadoff batter in some 42, make it 47 innings. It finally did. And it's the 6th inning. Let's hope it does not come back to haunt him. Pierre, a lot of speed. Did not run with 2 outs in his last time he got on base on a fielder's choice. Vizquel gave him a chance. This time Vizquel swinging at the first pitch.
Here goes, and the pitch is looped past Kuzminov, and Pierre's going to race around second, and he's going to make it to third. How about that? Vizquel just kind of poked at it, and Kuzminov playing in, dove for it, just missed it, and just like that, the White Sox have first and third with nobody out.
He can handle the bat the way Vizquel does. He might have gone out of the strike zone as Suzuki way off the plate, and that's what Vizquel did. Almost like it was a pitch out, even though he threw to the batter, but it gave him a chance to extend. Kuzminov, who dove for the ball, tried to get back quickly enough to take the throw from Rosales in left field as he charged it very quickly.
So Cahill in trouble here in the 6th. Here's Rios. Doubled and scored in the 4th. 2-0. Paul Konerko is in the on-deck circle. They almost got Vizquel. I think Omar thought Cahill was going to throw it to first.
No, fake to third. I don't think Derek Barton did either.
Wow. It's in there first strike, 2-1. Pierre a walk, Vizquel the single to left. And that's shot foul.
Rios, the way he is swinging the bat, would be a tough guy to strike out. But if Cahill could get the strikeout, a chance to double up Paul Konerko. A ground ball outs by Konerko, but the key would be to get this guy to strike out. Put down the magic fingers. Curveball.
Threw the curveball, and Rios just out ahead of it. .86 pitches for Trevor Cahill. Is hit on the ground. Pennington backhands, and he cannot make the play cleanly. Run scores. Everybody's safe. It's going to be an E6 RBI. E6 RBI.
Well, they were going to get the double play because it was hit hard enough, but Cliff got it in the webbing of his glove and did not close it and keep it. Transfer, he just had no feel with the ball in the webbing of his glove. So the A's were going to give up the run, try to get 2, and that was big.
So Rios gets his 56th RBI, and now it's Paul Konerko. Strike on the outside corner. Konerko is grounded out to third and grounded out to second. Very dangerous in these spots is Paul Konerko. 66 RBIs. Shoots that one foul. Konerko has walked 40 times this year, has struck out 62, that coming in 324 at bats. Started with a walk to that man, the leadoff guy, Juan Pierre.
He's going to look like a young kid when he's 60 years old.
He looks younger every year.
He does. It's a great way to go through life.
Way outside. Kurt Suzuki lunges for it, so 2-2 the count.
Checking his ID every place he goes.
Yep. And he says thank you every time they check. A young face. Two to Konerko. Just missed off the plate. Good pitch by Cahill.
Well, let's see what Tommy Cam says. Kurt Suzuki set up, and that was between the plate and the right line, the batter's box.
Vizquel at second, Rios at first. Jockeying with Vizquel a little bit. Pitch is hit to left field. Down the line. It is foul. Second deck. Distance was not an issue.
Fortunately, just a little bit too quick. Crushed.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Another 3-2 to Konerko. Runners take off, and the ball's hit to Kuzminov. He goes to second, not in time, but they'll get the out at first. So the runners were on the move, and that helps out the White Sox. So second and third, one out for Carlos Quentin.
Well, the previous pitch, and Konerko hit it in the second deck. The runners were not on the move. This time they were. Still not a bad idea by Kuzminov. He knows Konerko does not run fast. And even though the runners were on the move, plenty of time to go around the horn.
So here's Quentin. Another RBI spot for him. He had a sacrifice fly in the fourth. Fastball and had a big rip foul at the back. Carlos Quentin was banged up, and he did not play in that series in Seattle as Henry Rodriguez starts to warm up. And a bruised right hand did Quentin, so he missed the 3 games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the White Sox had an off day yesterday. So 4 days off. Felt good enough to play tonight. Slowly hit. Cahill takes a look at the runner coming home. Knew he didn't have a play there. Vizquel scores. So that makes it 3-0. Kind of a cue shot by Carlos Quentin. He gets his second RBI of the night. Vizquel took off right away, so that eliminated any chance to get the play.
You're going to say good curveball from Cahill, and of course the way he feels his position. Well, close enough to first, did look around, but you see a runner take off on contact. Don't even want to try it. No chance. A couple of runs batted in for Quentin. Sack fly and a swivel.
So here's Katse. Takes a strike. So Rios is now at third with 2 outs. A walk, a single, an error, a ground out, and a ground out, and the White Sox have scored twice. Katse, a couple of ground outs tonight. Both to the second baseman Ellis. Cliff Pennington, he's got it, throws low, Barton dinks it out, side, retired. Couple of runs for the White Sox, bottom of the 6th coming up, 3-0 Chicago. I think it's time for the Coors Light Freeze Scan. Coors Light Freeze Scan is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Mark Burley back to work. He faces Pennington, Crisp, and Barton. Bottom of the 6th inning. Burley has retired 7 in a row. 11 out of the last 12. Pennington, fly ball to left field in the 3rd inning. So the White Sox with 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. Ramirez flips it to first to get Pennington.
Traveling this season, take the A's with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every A's game live or on demand on your computer when you're out of town. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
One out, and Coco Crisp steps in. Crisp had the last hit for the A's, and that was the 2-out single in the 3rd inning. They have just 2 off Burley.
You can see how Mark Burley could pitch a no-hitter and a perfect game, just with his way of pitching. Of course, in which he works, keeps the infielders on their toes. A lot of ground ball outs, throws strikes, mixes pitches, and we've seen it tonight.
Good pitch there, right at the knees to even the count 2-2 to Crisp. how he works so quickly. Can that be disruptive to a hitter?
Anytime a pitcher works quickly, that can always do that, because you're allowing him to get in a nice rhythm. And when that happens and the guy pitches as well as Burley does, you know, it's definitely a benefit.
So second strikeout for Burley. It was the pooch parade as the dogs tried to walk around the warning track. Some of the A's were in the dugout when that was happening.
Barton's on the A's annual calendar. His dog, or dogs.
It's his month.
That's right.
So, Mark Buehrle has retired 10 in a row. 3-0 White Sox. Dog day at the ballpark. 3-0 White Sox. And it is the 7th inning. That's right, the 7th inning. You're not messing around tonight. A.J. Brzezinski leading it off. First pitch to Brzezinski is a strike. Henry Rodriguez was up last inning, and he is up again this inning. Brzezinski 0 for 2, fouled out to third in his first at bat, and then hit a fly ball to right field, hit it pretty well. Carson made the play. That was in the 5th inning. Big bouncer for Derek Barton. Brzezinski flips his bat in the air. Frustration, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, number 10, Alexei Ramirez.
So what was it, Ray? Of the 2 runs in the 6th inning, 1 was earned. Pennington with the air. Cahill has pitched well tonight, just the 2 earned runs.
And we looked at this game knowing that 2 pitchers pitching well. When it was 8 wins. The White Sox playing well. Cahill 9 wins. It might take a mistake, and of course a walk, a leadoff walk, and an error in the same inning. A couple runs scored.
Well, it's going to go down as a frustrating inning for Cahill because the one hit in the inning was kind of a chip shot by Vizquel. But it was a hit nonetheless. Kuzminov playing in. He makes the play, throws out Alexei Ramirez for out number 2.
So those ugly numbers for Mark Buehrle against the A's and at the Coliseum, and you just don't expect them to last forever.
Not somebody that is as good as him.
Now batting, number 15, Gordon Beckham.
Sure, Oz. Whatever you say.
So what's the chance of A.J. Brzezinski saying, yeah, Skip, you're right. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Or not.
I just don't see that happen. But, you know what? Because he doesn't care. You want to let him know. Nice play by Cahill and a good inning. 3 up, 3 down. 7th inning stretch. A's with a little work to do. They trail 3-0. Has a 3-0 lead, bottom of the 7th inning, but he will face the heart of the A's order: Suzuki, Kuzminov, and Cust.
You notice Brody had to talk fast because Mark Buehrle was pitching?
Well, Brody knows the deal.
He said, I got to get through this quickly. Buehrle might make 4 pitches before I finish.
The A's hitters feel the same way.
Yeah, Kurt Suzuki didn't like that last call, and Todd Tichenor does not need to give Mark Buehrle any help. And a couple of low strikes called.
A line drive right into the glove of Paul Konerko. And that is 11 in a row retired by Mark Buehrle. Here's our legendary performance. It's brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. Watch the play by Buehrle. Watch this.
And Konerko between his legs with his glove, barehanded by Paul Konerko.
Now, Gabe Gross made a terrific play in Detroit this year, but that's the best play I've seen this year. When you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nation's. So Mark Buehrle.
What a Gold Glove just on that play by itself. Well, you know, talk about the quickness in which Buehrle works. A lot of it has to do also with him going to his catcher. Whoever what catcher it is puts the sign down, he's going to go with it, and that makes a huge difference. How about the one Castro caught the perfect game and never caught him? Castro working for the first time. He throws it perfect.
Buehrle's pitch count, that was number 68. A line liner, and that's a base hit, maybe more. Pierre over to cut it off. He does, but Kuzmanov is going to head into second, and he's going to have a one-out double. So for just the second time tonight, the A's have a runner in scoring position.
Well, you get guys on base in score position, you have to take advantage and score them. A two-strike double by Kevin Kuzmanov. Juan Pierre throwing the ball back in without a very strong arm.
So Cust with a chance to get the A's on the board here in the bottom of the seventh. Cust had the A's first hit. It was a one-out double in the second. Jammed a little bit, fouled it back.
A circle change grip starts with.
Cust to right field. Going back is Quinton near the wall, and it's over his head up against the wall. Kuzmanov rounding third. He will come in to score, and the A's are on the board on the RBI double by Jack Cust.
Well, a tremendous top spin again by Jack Cust, and any chance of getting under the ball, it's a two-run home run. But Jack Cust crushed it. Fastball staying back and got the top spin over the head of Quinton in right field. But well, the way he looked, he might have gotten enough, but the top spin brought it back, kept it in the yard, fortunately over the head of Quinton. Tremont just cannot get to it and banged against the pattern wall.
Here's Rosales, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. So Cust with his 27th run batted in.
Guy who was not originally on at two doubles, one left center, one to right field for Jack.
Rosales takes low, 1-1.
Quinton actually maybe he had a chance to catch it. Actually, he did. Just hit too hard by Cust, but for the top spin, I think Quinton might have thought it was gone when it left Jack Cust back.
A top spin. Not a lot of hitters hit the ball with top spin, but Cust does.
10,000 plus on hand tonight. Oh, does that count dogs or not, Bia?
Rosales gets jammed, hits it slowly. Ramirez throws just in time to get Adam Rosales, who's limping a little bit. That's out number 2.
Number 14, Mark Ellis.
So Mark Ellis hits. Try to get the A's a run closer. Back-to-back doubles by Kuzmanov and Cust here in the 7th. The Rangers have won their game 1-0 over the Angels. There are lefties getting loose. You don't see that very often. 2 left-handers warming up at the same time.
Only have 2 lefties now. They're both warm. Of course, for Craig Breslow, he had yesterday off. It's a day off, so
it's like 6 days off for most guys. 1-2 now to Ellis, who popped out to first and grounded to second. So he's hit the ball to the right side a couple times against Burley. reached for and poked foul up above the White Sox dugout. Had a rain out in the American League today in Detroit. The Blue Jays and the Tigers got rained out. And they'll play a doubleheader on Sunday. It's heavy rain in the Midwest.
Conventional doubleheader, no day night.
Is it a day night? It is a day night.
On Sunday.
Indeed. 105-605. We'll get him.
Outfield playing shallow and right with Mark Ellis, so Jack Cuss can get the big lead off second. Start on contact.
High, deep, and foul down left field line.
It's too quick, even in ultra mode. You like to see it, they head down. Mark Ellis in the follow through, and it's amazing guys can actually swing the bat. You can see their eyes with the ball meeting the bat.
That's a shot into the glove of Omar Vizquel, and that will do it. The A's get a run on 2 hits. 8th inning coming up. White Sox 3 and the A's 1.
White Sox, we told you about it before. We're going to tell you again. Game Time 105, 15,000 fans get that jersey. It'll be the Brett Anderson jersey brought to you by Pepsi. For tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com. Call 877-49-FREE-BALL. Nice way to finish a good homestand against 2 very good teams. That man's jersey. The question is, we'll find out if he's going to be pitching that day or not. Either way, a nice little souvenir to take home. Out and watch the A's play the Chicago White Sox.
Well, it's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Jerry Blevins comes in, 44th appearance on the year. Slowly hit. Ellis charges. Throw on the run, and they just get Pierre. So 7 innings tonight for A's starter Trevor Cahill.
Now batting, number 11.
Final numbers for Cahill. 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He did not strike anybody out, and he threw 109 pitches. Popped up. Barton near the seats, and it's going to be just into the seats. So Cahill. Ball over to Jerry Blevins. Blevins facing the switch hitting Omar Vizquel. It's funny, Vizquel hit just a cue shot past Kuzminov in the 6th inning, and that may be the biggest hit of the game because it happened with Pierre on the move and it put runners on 1st and 3rd with nobody out.
Like that.
It was about like that, except it made it to the outfield, believe it or not. So 2 outs here in the 8th. A's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Round Table Pizza, celebrating summer with baseball and barbecue. Round Table is back with their delicious barbecue chicken pizza. Get big barbecue flavor delivered hot and fresh to your door with Round Table. Call today. Two outs for Alex Rios. Rios has been right in the middle of the scoring. Doubled and scored in the 4th and reached on an error in the 6th. But on that error, he got an RBI. He was the hitter after the White Sox put 1st and 3rd. Rios, a base hit to center field. So he's 2 for 4. And Bob Guerin's coming out.
Ultramo and Alex Rios with another line drive. Right back, and the tall one, Jerry Blevins, had to duck to get out of the way.
So we got a pitching change. Rodriguez coming in. We'll be back. Bay Area columnist Ray Ratto. He joins Michael Irvin, Matt Steinmetz, and Matt Maoko as part of our CSN Insiders, the best team in town. Log on to csncalifornia.com for all your Bay Area sports insight. Henry Rodriguez comes on with 2 outs and a runner on first, and he comes on to face Paul Konerko.
Was a 98-mile-an-hour throw to first base by Henry. His last start against the Red Sox hit 101 miles per hour. Awesome.
Barton backhands, turns around, steps in the bag, and that will do it. So a hit and a runner left, bottom of the 8th coming up. A's down 3-1. Here's our game summary brought to you by McDonald's. 3-5-0 for the White Sox, 1-4-1 for the Athletics. Matt Carson swings at the first pitch, hits a ground ball to short. 6-3 on the put up, 1 out here in the 8th inning. A couple of RBIs for Carlos Quentin. Mark Buehrle is the story, though.
Now batting, shortstop.
Through 7 innings, just 82 pitches. And he gets the first out in the bottom of the 8th with 1 pitch. He's had 3 doubles and a single off them. Their only run came in the 7th. And he throws a strike to Pennington. Vizquel playing even with the bag at third. Pennington bluffs a bunt and takes it outside. 1-1 the count. And that is just a foul, says Wally Bell, the third base umpire.
Well, it almost had to be. Vizquel not only even with the bag, but very close to the line. And, you know, very smart playing by Vizquel tonight. And we've seen him make a couple of pretty good plays because you know, left-hander pitching to a right-hander, you're going to see the guys get out in front a lot. So just 1 step, and it was foul. But a solid defense on the left side.
Vizquel takes care of Pennington, 2 outs. White Sox raving about how Omar Vizquel has played at third base. Said he's amazing still.
That's when they turned it around. They started playing well with Omar went to third base. Domenico Gloves at shortstop. How about 11 of them?
So here's the top of the order in Coco Crisp. Goes 1 for 3. He had a base hit in the 3rd inning. You don't see a lot of 3-ball counts with Buehrle. No walks, 2 strikeouts so far in the game.
In fact, that was his first of the night.
There's a shot, center field, but Rios is there. He's got it, side retired, 3 up, 3 down inning, and we're headed to the 9th inning. White Sox 3 and the A's 1.
Six games of the A's Value Deck and a $6 food credit for just $66. One of the first 50 orders, and you'll also get A's Beach Town. The summer 6-packs are only available through August 1st. So order today at OaklandAthletics.com. Let's see, if the trading deadline, July 31st, is 1 week from tomorrow, that means August 1st is from Sunday. Yep. So you got to get the 6 packs.
And I understand, Ray, that you are not on the trading block. Okay, good. Well, you're a 10-5 guy too, right? 10 years as an announcer, 5 with the same team. So you're okay. You're okay.
I think A.J. Pierzynski just reached the 10-5 this year.
It's a big deal.
Recently. Yes, it is. That means you have to agree to a trade if you're in the big leagues 10 years. Last 5 with the Sun Club. That is very big.
Then you may ask the question, would a guy really use that power? It happens all the time.
Oh, Roy Oswalt, his name's being bantered around, he has a no trade. So he has to agree to any trade, and usually if that happens, somebody has to come up with some money to get him to say, okay, I'll take the trade. He's already making $16 million with an option here that he would like to have picked up.
Well, there's your money right there. Yeah, he's got that option for 2012. We're talking about Royals. Well, so he says, well, kick that option in.
Although
pick it up.
Only with the Cardinals, he said it's not necessary.
Yeah, he would.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, or maybe
renegotiate.
Yeah, maybe stretch out the payments a little bit. He's going to get it. Big swing by Carlos Quinton on 3-1. He fouls it back. 3-2 the count. Quinton, Kotsay, and A.J. Pierzynski here in the top of the 9th inning. Henry Rodriguez will do his best to keep it a 2-run deficit for the A's going to the bottom of the 9th.
And it looks like it will be Mark Burley going back out. Pitch count, not a problem.
That is a quiet White Sox bullpen.
Jenks, the closer, so far is not moving around. He might get up when the 9th starts.
Inside, and Quinton walks. So that's the 3rd walk that has been issued by A's pitchers. Of course, the first 2 by Cahill. Carlos Quinton will have the rest of the night off. Andrew Jones, the pinch runner.
Jones started backpedaling towards the bag, got to the bag, and the throw came over. Just one of those, just anticipated a throw over. You got it.
Kotsay takes a strike. 99 miles an hour. Kotsay has grounded out 3 times. Very hard.
I think the scoreboard gun's a little tired tonight. It seemed like it's about 120 and registered 98.
That's what I said. I was like, look, it does. It sounds like it. Suzuki's got the good mitt going.
You see that? Seemed to be slower, but it was 100.
What do we know, huh?
I think somebody's playing around with it.
The count is 1-2 to Mark Kotsay. Andrew Jones, short lead at first. Kotsay says, I got to get her going a little bit quicker. Fouled that one straight back.
Get it going a little quicker, and you see a spin on the ball, you let it go. Henry has not really shown consistency in throwing anything other than the fastball for strikes. And everybody is hoping he can get a little more consistent in the strike zone, especially in his 98-plus fastball. Everybody's saying just take a couple of miles off and throw strikes. Well, easier said than done.
Yeah.
He has a pretty easy motion to get the velocity.
Jones a bigger lead this time, and he takes off, and he got a huge jump. Throw to second base is not in time. His lead was about twice as big that time on that pitch than it was any other pitch since he got to first base. So that's big 90 feet.
And look at the leg kick by Henry, and the slow Jones 3/4 of the way to second base by the time Suzuki got the ball. Power pitchers usually do not have a very quick move to the plate. Real power pitchers like that out of the bullpen.
And that's the 9th stolen base for Andrew Jones. He's really done a pretty nice job for the White Sox. And that's a base hit to left field. Rosales gets to it quickly. Jones stops at third. So pretty good at bat for Mark Kotsay. And he finally got a fastball to handle, and he went the other way.
Well, the count said it all. And might have even been ball 4, but still went after it, and the fastball away from him. Not even thinking about trying to pull the ball.
So we got another pinch runner. It's going to be Brett Lillibridge. There's Lillibridge at first. So Lillibridge running for Kotsay. First and third, nobody out for Brzezinski. This one foul just above the A's bullpen.
Running for Kotsay, number 18, Brett Lillibridge.
So Jones at third, Lillibridge, the runner, at first. Brzezinski 0 for 3 in the game. Lillibridge takes off. Brzezinski swings and misses, but Lillibridge has a stolen base.
Kurt said, why even bother?
Not going to happen. Not throwing down there.
They're going to keep running. As long as the stopwatch keeps showing slow time.
Well, they got 3 steals tonight. And they now have 90 on the year. Infield in. The 0-2. Brzezinski lays off 100 miles an hour. One-two. Way outside. So that's a breaking ball where it's not tempting the hitter at all.
I can think of only one that he threw, and that was in game against Boston. One of a few that Kurt Suzuki is trying to get him to throw for a strike, at least close to the strike zone.
Brzezinski, pretty good swing there. Fastball down a little bit. So nobody out. It all started with a leadoff walk. Bouncer up the middle, and that's into center field, a base hit, and that's going to score a pair of White Sox runs. That hurts. It's now 5-1. Nothing more than just a big bouncer right over the mound, right over the bag. But it's a 2-run single for Brzezinski.
Well, if we had a split screen, we'd show Trevor Cahill the way he finishes and the way Henry Rodriguez finishes here. See how he falls off towards first base. Trevor Cahill follows through, squares up to the hitter, and Cahill would have handled that ball up the middle, and it still would have been second and third. Instead, into center field it goes, and 2-run score.
Ross Wolf starts to warm up for the Athletics. Kurt Young heads back to the dugout. Still nobody out.
Now batting, number 10, Alexi Ramirez.
So here's Alexi Ramirez. He hits one high and foul. And it's into the seats down the right field. The scramble is on. So 22 pitches by Henry Rodriguez here in the ninth, and he has yet to get anybody out. Good fastball, that one down, and Ramirez swings and misses. Gordon Beckham waits in the on-deck circle. Ramirez is 0 for 3 in the ball game. Breaking ball, and he got him looking. That's out number 1, and that's the first strikeout tonight by an A's pitcher.
And got this breaking ball and buckled the knees of Ramirez. I think this throw almost 100 miles an hour. You're going to buckle anytime a breaking ball is coming at you.
Yeah.
He's been able to use that very much.
Yes,
so he's going to show us exactly how he can make the strike.
So here's Beckham. Beckham's 1 for 3, a single in the third, and then a couple of ground outs, one in the fifth and one in the seventh. Pop-up foul toward the White Sox bullpen.
Now, the good news for the A's, you get to play 2 more day games. They have a very good record in day baseball, as it showed, winning Sunday in Kansas City, Wednesday here at the Coliseum. Oh, my.
Brzezinski's going to get a stolen base.
All Henry had to do is just step off. Everybody was yelling, but he had already committed to the plate. And Brzezinski started, stopped, 20 feet off the bag. Watch this.
First stolen base for Brzezinski.
The bad part about it, it puts a negative light on Kurt Suzuki and a percentage thrown out base runners. And you know, a lot of times you just need to put in parentheses NC.
No chance. Yeah.
Or NT, no throw.
Well, that would definitely be a no chance, no throw.
Yeah. And that's why the percentage of catcher is throwing out base runners is a little misleading. Yeah. Because you a lot of times you just don't. You're just looking at the raw numbers, bare numbers, and not really looking at the situations.
2-2 pitch, breaking ball, and Beckham swings and misses. So back-to-back strikeouts for Henry Rodriguez and Ramirez. He gets Beckham.
And another good breaking ball, and again, hitters have to gear up for the good fastball.
Now batting, number 1, Juan Pierre.
So Juan Pierre will hit his 5th at bat. He's 0 for 3, but he's been on base twice. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, walked in the 6th. Walk in the 6th was a leadoff walk, and that was a big one.
Think back to the Trevor Cahill to 46 innings. His first,
that's right,
leadoff walk, and coincidentally comes around to score.
There's Burley. No question that he is going to go for his second complete game of the season. Two now to Juan Pierre. 34 pitches for Henry Rodriguez. There you see the line for Burley, just 92 pitches, so he's just fine in the pitch count.
You might be saying to Don Cooper, I got a chance to win my first game ever in Oakland.
Did you know that, Don? Don probably knows it better than anybody.
Probably kept telling him, you keep starting here, you got a chance to break that streak.
Couple of runs for the White Sox. Henry Rodriguez does strike out 3 in a row. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. 5-1 Chicago.
Toyota. Say yes to amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Yes. By Xfinity. The next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. By Chevy with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Verizon. The signal is yours. Wield it to transmit anything you want. Verizon.
First pitch of the bottom of the ninth from Burley to Barton is a strike. Andrew Jones stays in the game. He's in right field. He says, I got it under control out here.
If you've won 10 straight Gold Gloves, you've got it under control in any outfit.
He knows exactly what to do out there. Curveball 0-2 to Barton. So Mark Burley going for his second complete game this year. We'll tell you about his first complete game. Just a minute. His first complete game was his last start, and he lost. It was at Minnesota. It was an 8-inning complete game. The White Sox lost the game. Threw 95 pitches in that one. He's thrown 96 in this one. 2-2 to Derek Barton. Popped up. Brzezinski in front of the A's dugout. He's going to have just enough room. And he makes the catch.
Time now for the Jeep drive of the game. We'll give it to Jack Cust as Jack almost got the big drive, but this one stayed in the park. Mark Burley looking at him thinking that maybe he had hit a 2-run home run. He wished that would have been the case. Instead, it was a double. Jack Cust driving home Kevin Kuzmanov, as those two had back-to-back doubles in the 7th inning. The only inning the A's have gotten more than one hit, and they only have 4 in the day, in the game.
So here's Suzuki, 1 out in the ninth. And the first pitch to Curtis Hyde. Kurt 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a line out. The line out was to Konerko, the first baseman, in the 7th inning. One toward right field. Andrew Jones over. He's got a beat on it, and that is 2 outs.
Well, you could say there have been a few atom balls tonight. Mark Buehrle knows that, but that's part of the game of baseball. You hit the ball hard, but there's somebody standing there to catch it. And the defensive positioning, and you get guys with some talent can move around to get to the baseballs.
So here's Kuzminov, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back.
Give him a complete game with just 100 pitches, because that was the 100th that was fouled.
Curveball hit to left center, pretty deep, but playable. Rios in front of the wall, and that is the ball game. What a performance by Mark Buehrle, his 2nd complete game of the season. He retires the final 8 A's hitters, and he was in control pretty much the entire game. So Buehrle wins for the first time ever here at the Coliseum, and it's his 9th win overall this year. So game 1 of this 3-game series here at the Coliseum goes to the Chicago White Sox by a final score of 5-1. So Buehrle gets the win and Cahill gets the loss. 5-1 Sox win it. Don't go away. A's post game live with Brody Brazil and Shooty Babbitt starts right now.